Oh, you swear? On whose grave?
He said that? Get out. No, you're making that up. Because that's just like you. Man, you got to do better than that.
Claire, when Robert has finished his urgent business, would you remind him that I'm still waiting for him to locate the J. Gonzalez file?
Oh, man, come on. Don't
Kimberly Fallon's desk. Please hold.
She was digging the Robert.
Kimberly!
Look, you might have brought it in.
There's a call for you.
I'm busy.
Yes, I see that. And I would appreciate it if you would not go through my files. I can find whatever it is you're looking for.
Maxine, there's a meeting in the conference room in half an hour.
Oh, good. You know how much I love those.
You know, it would make my life so much easier if you could just set an example. Or at the very least, keep the eye rolling to a minimum.
Excuse me. Kimberly, get your bony fingers out of my file drawers now before I come over there and kick your scrawny little conniving ass from here to next September and back again! I'll be very good at the meeting.
In the matter of Joanna Bowden, age 15, charged with conspiracy to commit murder and attempted murder, the intended victim being Mitchell Bowden, Joanna's father. Let's start with introductions.
Teresa Willings, representing the state, Your Honor.
Leonard Zook, representing Miss Bowden. This is Liz Fulper, her guardian ad litem.
And you are?
Mitchell Bowden, Joanna's father.
And Joanna's mother?
Deceased, Your Honor. 5 years now.
Counsel?
Your Honor, Joanna Bowden and her father have had a troubled relationship ever since the death of her mother. Things came to a head when Joanna was forbidden to see her boyfriend, one Zane Hanley. At which point, Joanna and Zane concocted a plan to stage a robbery which would result in the death of Mr. Bowden, leaving Romeo and Juliet free to cavort.
Your Honor.
Yeah, let's lose the sarcasm, Ms. Willings. Mr. Zook, your turn.
Your Honor, my client was indeed infuriated with her father. She made offhand remarks to Zane Hanley about wanting him dead. But this entire incident is based on a misunderstanding, which we will prove.
Mr. Hanley, for Your Honor's information, was charged as an adult. He pled to a lesser charge in exchange for his testimony in this matter.
In other words, he's highly motivated to present damaging testimony here in addition to his other stellar qualities.
Excuse me. Does the no sarcasm rule apply only to me?
No, and the no preening and posturing rule applies to everyone. Mr. Bowden, I'm curious as to why you're sitting on that side of the room.
I wanted to support my daughter, Your Honor. These are very serious charges.
All right. Well, Ms. Kozlowski, when will I hear testimony?
Tomorrow. At probably 11-ish.
I'll see everyone tomorrow at 11. Thank you.
Okay, next on the list gets custody of a parrot named Francis. How long have you had Francis?
46 years. We bought her right after we were married.
No. He was a wedding present from your crazy mother.
No, Jane, we bought her as a wedding present to each other. And you wanted that gas barbecue grill instead. I had to talk you into getting her.
No. Your mother left him on the back porch with a nice red bow on his cage.
No. We bought her at the pet shop. I still have the receipt.
Okay. Can we at least pin down the bird's gender?
It's a boy. We named him after Frank Sinatra.
No, you named him after Frank Sinatra, Jane. I named her after Francis Farmer.
Okay, never mind. We'll just refer to the parrot as Francis. Is that with an I or an E?
E.
I'll just dot the E, and everybody's happy. So, currently, Francis is living with which one of you?
Me.
Arthur is sleeping in the guest room. Francis is staying in the den, which is on my side of the house.
Excuse me, your side of the house? Where is your side of the mortgage payment? Which is your side of the leaky roof?
Okay.
A man asked me where the bird lives. I was telling him where the bird lives.
Look, Jane, listen to me.
Oh.
The bird...
Oh, for pity's sake. Does anyone have a penknife? Perhaps I could write in my own blood.
Maxine, dial it down. We got company.
What company?
It's Dr. Sally Godwin, Regional Director of Human Resources. Rumor has it she's a strong candidate for city manager.
Yes, I know.
This is probably some kind of spot check, so you might want to consider that.
Thank you, Robert.
Oh, Sally, here are two valuable members of my team, Robert Clifton and the legendary Maxine Gray.
Well, I'll say one thing for you. You have a great plastic surgeon. That nose looks almost real.
Yes, well, obviously I should give you his number.
Where have you been? You never write, you never call.
Oh, God. Last couple of years have been insane. I wrote a book, I went on tour, blah, blah, blah. But I've been keeping track of you in the society column.
Oh, that's embarrassing.
So, you two know each other.
Very observant. Sean?
Maxine and I were college roommates. And then we were waist deep in the Big Muddy for a long time.
15 years, side by side in the trenches, until Miss Too Smart for Social Work decided to put on the business suit.
Yeah, right. Too smart nothing. It was too much of a wimp. I never had your stamina, Maxine. But you know how that goes. Those who can't play ball end up coaching, right? Speaking of balls, I brought you something.
You didn't.
Oh, yeah.
What is that?
In college, this is Maxine's idea of a midnight snack. The rest of us couldn't even watch.
Neither can I. It was nice to meet you.
And you, thank you.
So, this is purely a social call.
Yes, relax. I'm just here to see Maxine. We have years of information to catch up on.
We certainly do.
I'm taking you to dinner. We have reservations at La Cucina at 7.
Perfect. Plenty of time to digest the snowball. I have work to do. I'm delighted about dinner.
Me too.
Is this golden brown?
No.
Are you sure?
It's not even brown. It's sort of maple, but it's definitely not golden.
Well, it's been cooking forever. Should I turn up the heat?
I think we live too far north for anyone to be frying chicken.
I told you to get Kentucky Fried. They have popcorn chicken.
It's not too late for me to run out.
No. I'm frying chicken and you're eating it. How hard can it be?
I think we're about to find out. Anybody in the mood for a surprise?
Oh, God. Nobody's called me that in years. Hi, honey. Oh, my. Peter. Peter, some sort of rodent has died on your face. Yeah, my baby. Oh, my gosh. And who is this?
Our son, Ned.
And what is this?
A girl named Rachel?
Michelle. We're hoping.
And who is this? And what happened to that squalling infant?
I'm Lauren.
I know who you are. I babysat for you on a couple of occasions.
Did I like you?
Yeah, you pretended to.
Sassy is Mom's coolest friend. She used to get me inappropriate gifts. She taught me how to dance.
Oh, you're responsible for that.
And she turned me on to Henry Miller and Colette.
Did she? Well, you were having to read Dreiser, for God's sake. Somebody had to rescue her.
Are you staying for dinner? Mom's trying chicken.
In a manner of speaking.
Amy, it's way past golden.
No, we're dining at La Cucina. And afterwards, we might go out for an after-dinner drink. And we might stay up very, very late.
If we don't doze off over our appetizers.
Let's try to stay optimistic. I'm going to change into something fancier so I don't embarrass my coolest friend.
So, about this fella. Is he good enough for our Maxine?
Absolutely, he's top notch.
I need Amy's approval. Yeah, he's great.
We all love him, Sally.
Yeah? Well, does he know if he doesn't make her happy, there's a cranky old politician with a PhD who will kick his billionaire ass?
So sassy.
You know, I'm only up to date as far as Carl.
Which Carl?
There's been more than one Carl?
Well, it's a much more common name.
Oh my, thank you. Thank you.
Fool. Okay. After Carl, the weatherman at Channel 2.
Isn't he gay?
Not anymore. Thank you. And then a motivational speaker. Used to shout out affirmations during sex.
What kind of affirmations?
I am an excellent lover. I am sensitive and caring. Women love to be with me. I possess top-notch equipment. I know how to use it.
If you could just dial it down a notch, please.
Sally, it's wonderful to see you. You too. Seeing you makes me miss you. What's up?
Well, I was hoping we could have another glass of wine before we got into it.
Did they send you to fire me?
For one thing, I am they. I send people to fire people. And for another, do you need firing?
Am I under review?
I'm afraid so.
Is this because I seized a child against the wishes of a judge? Or because a foster child murdered a stalker in my backyard?
Maxine, nobody knows better than I how you can ruffle feathers and how much it doesn't matter.
It's good of you to come and tell me.
Well, it's better than that. I'm conducting the review.
Isn't that a conflict of interest?
Absolutely. But what are friends for? We'll spend a couple of days together out in the field, huh? Like old times. By the time I finish with your review, they're going to give you a raise, name a building after you.
To Carl.
To Carl. Which one?
Okay, Rochelle, deep breath. That dog looks like he's had a busy life. What's his name?
Sparkle.
What? That's just silly. That's not a sparkly dog. Dog needs a serious name like Chief or Maxwell or Gus.
I like Sparkle.
Well, look at him. He's embarrassed by that name. I'm on your side, pal. I'm calling you Gus.
Can I go home now?
In a little while. You and Gus hang out here and I'll be right back, okay? All right. Hey, I've got a problem.
Good, that means I don't.
4-year-old in exam 2 with papillomavirus.
Who brought her in?
Parents. Do I tell them before I call DCF?
No. If the father's the abuser and you mention a sexually transmitted disease, he'll likely grab the kid and bolt. It'll take DCF an hour on a good day to get down here.
That's my problem.
Tell DCF it's a rush and tell the parents you're doing more tests.
Right.
But Kyle, don't run more tests. We can't afford it.
I'm on to the drill by now. Mr. and Mrs. Cobbs, I've got a card.
And these files are only for me. My ready reference system. I are incorrigible runaways. You know, when I get the call, I can quickly look to see where they turned up last time. WBH. Wacky, but harmless. For example, the...
Maxine, line 2.
Maxine Gray. Hello, Kyle. When was she admitted? All right, stall the parents. I will get there as soon as I can. It's my nephew, Richard's son. He's a resident at St. Mike's, and I am ludicrously proud of him.
Sounded like official business.
He diagnosed a 4-year-old with STD.
And he called you directly?
It's never happened before, but it is the right move. Are you coming with me?
I've never been really nuts about field work, Maxine.
You are here to observe me, are you not?
It was a little after 11 p.m. I was just sitting down to watch the news when I heard Joanna scream. Naturally, that scared the hell out of me, so I ran toward the sound. There was this man in a ski mask holding a gun to Joanna's head. I screamed at him not to hurt her. I said I'd give him money, whatever he wanted. And then he just turned the gun on me and shot.
Where did he shoot you?
Here, in the upper chest. A shoulder, whatever you call it.
When he shot you, did she scream?
I don't recall.
Really? Because your memory was pretty clear at the motion to suppress hearing, shall I remind you of your testimony?
I don't believe she screamed, no.
After the guy in the ski mask shot you, what happened next?
I fell over. It really hurt. I was surprised how much. I couldn't breathe very well.
Did the guy in the ski mask ransack the house?
No.
Your Honor, we don't dispute the fact that Zane Hanley came into the house with the intention of shooting Mr. Bowden. Can we stop calling him the guy in the ski mask?
Miss Willings.
Fine. I don't care if we call him Spider-Man. I'm just trying to paint a picture.
Mr. Bowden, after Zane Hanley shot you, what happened?
He grabbed Joanna by the arm and they ran out the door. I crawled to the window and I saw them get into Zane's car. I recognized that car.
As you watched them drive away, what were you thinking?
I don't know.
Were you thinking, Zane Hanley kidnapped my daughter at gunpoint?
No, I wasn't thinking that. Frankly, I was wishing he'd been a better shot.
Why?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that.
Signs of abuse.
I'm afraid so.
What, physical or sexual abuse? Rochelle has genital warts. Warts?
Warts are a sign of sexual abuse?
Warts is a sexually transmitted disease.
DCF's going to have to investigate.
Yeah, of course, right?
Yeah. Oh my God. Are you going to take her away?
Perhaps we can find out what happened before Rochelle is released from the hospital.
And the other children?
I'm ordering that all the children be checked by a doctor.
You're not removing them?
I'd like both of you to agree to an examination as well.
Whoa. Are you suggesting?
I'm asking for your consent to an examination.
Not without talking to a lawyer first.
What do you say? Oh my God. Of course we will.
No. Don't you understand they're accusing me? They think I did this. It's a terrible thing. You're saying You're terrible women. All of you. Accusing innocent people.
We need to find out how Rochelle was infected.
Jeanette. We gotta stick together on this. No. You gotta trust me. They're gonna take away the kids. Jeanette!
Oh my God, get off of me!
Jeanette!
Now I remember why I hate working in the field.
How often would you say it is that you and your father have that kind of fight?
Like screaming and yelling and stuff. Once a week, maybe.
So this isn't anything out of the ordinary?
I might have been a little madder than usual.
Because he told you he didn't want you going out with Zane anymore.
Yes, because he doesn't know Zane. He just makes judgments based on how he's dressed and because he has his eyebrow pierced.
Okay, so you storm over to Zane's house, you tell him about the fight, you're still really angry. Then what happened?
I said something stupid, but I didn't mean it.
What did you say?
I said that sometimes I fantasize that...
Yes?
Sometimes I fantasize that my father died in an accident or something. And then I'd go to court and get myself declared an adult. You know, like, I don't know, some actor kid did it. And then I could live in his house and run my own life.
And what did Zane say about that?
He asked me how it happened in my fantasy. I said sometimes a car wreck or sometimes a robber would break in and shoot my father and take me hostage. Then later I'd get away and come home, but my father would be dead.
Then did you say, I have an idea. Why don't you pretend to be a robber and act out my fantasy and kill my father?
No.
Did you say anything like that?
No, never. But that must have given him the idea.
Objection, conjecture.
Sustained.
Did Zane tell you anything about any plans to come to your house that night?
No. He just showed up at my house with a gun and a ski mask and said, okay, let's do it.
And after he did that, did you say, great idea, and just go along with him?
No, I tried to stop him. I said I didn't mean it and don't hurt my dad, but he was crazy. He just grabbed me like he was a robber and he dragged me down the hall and I was screaming. And my father came running and Zane just shot him.
And after he shot your dad?
He grabbed my arm and said, come on, and I didn't know what to do, so I just ran.
Were you afraid of Zane? After he shot your dad?
Wouldn't you be?
Yes, I think I would be. No further questions, Your Honor.
Okay, we need to get more facts on the table so we can see where there might be room for some give and take.
Oh, she knows all about take. You'll have to show her give in the dictionary.
Tell me more about why you're getting a divorce.
I thought we were talking about Francis here.
Okay, let's talk about Francis. He started pulling his feathers out right after you started running around with that lettuce tramp. And the vet said it was stress.
She's the produce manager.
Oh.
Are you telling me that you're seeing someone else?
Listen, ask him when he started seeing the lettuce tramp. Right after I started chemo. Can you believe it?
You are a chemotherapy patient.
Told you it looked real.
I didn't say it looked fake. I said it makes you look like an old woman.
When I first put it on, Francis looked at me and said, pretty.
Yeah, Francis says pretty when Ted Koppel comes on.
Okay. If I can just interject here. I've seen situations like this before. Couples getting older. One of them gets a life-threatening disease, and suddenly when they should be pulling together, they're at each other's throats. Sometimes this is stress caused by the fear of being alone.
I'm not going to be alone. I'm going to be with Francis.
No, I'm going to be with Francis.
No, I am.
No, I am.
Oh, stop.
His sexual target is now unavailable, and he may turn his attention to another child.
There's not a single indication the father is the abuser.
He refused to submit to a medical exam. That alone is enough to allow you to protect the other children.
Maxine's not often wrong about this sort of thing. I hope you won't hold that opinion against me.
Mr. Potter, what is the standard operating procedure in this situation?
The standard operating procedure would be removing the children.
Thank you. So what are you going to do instead?
I've sent Robert to interview the family babysitter and daycare. Kimberly, God help us, is talking to the extended family. I would like to talk to a few of Rochelle's friends.
And you think she might have confided in another child?
I think I have to look at every possibility until I come up with something stronger than conjecture. That's my standard operating procedure.
You're the caseworker. I'm merely here to observe.
So when Joanna described the robbery scenario to you, did she say it was a fantasy of hers?
No.
Did she mention a car wreck, a plane crash, or any other scenario?
No, it wasn't like that.
So lay it out for us. She had a fight with her father. She came storming over to your house?
No.
No?
She wasn't mad by the time she got to my house. She was all hyper. And right away she said she had a plan. She knew how we could get her father out of the way, and she'd end up with all his money.
And this plan was the fake robbery.
Objection, leading.
Your Honor, in the interest of not being here all day.
Overruled. You may answer.
Yeah, she had it all worked out. I'd come over after they went to bed, I'd pretend to kidnap her, take her father's wallet, and shoot him on the way out. Then she'd pretend to get away and call the cops.
That's a lie.
Miss Bowden.
Why are you doing this? He's making this up.
You know I'm not.
Why are you doing this?
Okay, let's settle down. Ms. Willings.
Your Honor, I'd like to refer to Exhibits 1 and 2. Thank you. Zane, do you recognize this?
Yeah, it's a blow-up of a map I gave you.
And who gave the map to you?
Joanna.
Will you please tell the court what this is?
It's a floor plan of her house. She drew it for me so I could see how to get to her room and then her father's room because I hadn't been in the house except for the basement.
And what are these numbers on the side?
That's the alarm code in case her father turned on the alarm.
Your Honor, I'd also like to submit into evidence the forensics report on the note, which confirms, as stipulated, two sets of fingerprints belonging to Zane Hanley and Joanna Bowden.
You said you love me, liar!
Yeah, well, you said we'd get away with it.
Well, you're the one who blew it.
Me, I blew it?
You weren't supposed to miss.
Gregory Bolsevich, please stay. The rest of the class dismissed. You don't need a warrant or something?
We're social workers, not cops.
And his parents don't need to be present?
No. We had cleared this with the police if you would like to check.
Gregory, my name is Maxine Gray. This is Sally Godwin, and we work for the government. Do you know what that means?
Am I in trouble?
No. We want to talk about Rochelle Cobbs.
I don't know her.
Gregory, that's not true. You live next door to her. You're friends with all the Cobbs. Why would you lie? Gregory, Rochelle is in the hospital.
Why? Did she say I hurt her? Because I never hurt her.
I thought you said you didn't know her.
Sally, we're worried that whatever it is that's making Rochelle sick might make the people around her sick too.
What kind of sick?
It's the kind of sick that people can get when they touch each other. Did you touch Rochelle? Did she touch you? Gregory?
She wanted to.
All right. I understand. It's going to be all right. Now, here's what I think. I think maybe someone touched you the way that you touched Rochelle. Is that true?
No. No.
Gregory, I need you to look at me. Please look at me. Gregory. All right. Who touched you the way that you touched Rochelle?
My stepfather.
Thank you.
I hope it's not too late.
For you, never. Is this a business call? Are you looking for dinner?
I just thought maybe we talk a little, huh?
If you came over just to give me a chance to gloat or to apologize for doubting me, it really wasn't necessary. I abandoned that pusillanimous crap ages ago.
Sassy!
Hey!
You guys planned another wild night on the town?
Nah, not tonight. In fact, we have some bureaucratic nonsense to talk over, so... Oh.
I guess I'll eavesdrop from the stairs.
What is it, Sally?
Maxine, the way you handled the Cobbs case, I've gone through some of your files. You got some things here.
Nobody's perfect.
Yeah. You, slammed a gas tank door on a boy's penis?
He was urinating in my car. Anyway, I went to anger management for that. Not to mention helping the boy find placement.
You once had a fellow DCF worker impersonate a cop.
We saved a boy from being beaten to death.
You insulted the lieutenant governor on the evening news and refused to apologize.
I'm kind of proud of that one.
A girl runs away from rehab boot camp. You send her back, and she commits suicide.
Sally, these are at-risk children. Some of them don't make it, you know that.
You take a girl out of her foster home, send her back to her abusive parents where she shoots and kills her stepfather.
What has happened to you?
To me? These are not minor events, Maxine. These are character quirks. These are bad judgment calls with enormous consequences.
And for every one of them, there are 100 children that I have kept from falling through the cracks. I have spent my life saving children. I didn't hide behind desks and degrees and politics. I built every one of the rungs on the ladder you're so busy climbing.
You know why I got out, Maxine? Because I wasn't willing to assume the hubris required to muck around in people's lives and maneuver them like they're chess pieces and, make up rules. Well, that's the only way you could get things done, you said. Well, I couldn't do it. I couldn't play God like that.
These children live in a godless place. Somebody has to fill the void. And in order to do that, you have to get your hands dirty. Not to mention your ridiculous designer shoes and your heritage pearls.
Well, that's a relief. After all this time, wondering if it was my success that you resented, wondering if that was the reason you stopped coming around.
Coming around? Coming around where? I can't keep up with you. You've got a different house, and a different job, a different title every 5 minutes. Your appetite for public recognition is insatiable. It always was. And the reason that you stopped doing this work is because you don't get awards for it, and you can't live like that.
Maxine, you held yourself back when you were married to Edward because you didn't want to out-succeed him.
Oh, for God's sake.
Which is pretty difficult to do considering what little ambition he had. You're marrying a billionaire now. You are safe to achieve. But you burned so many bridges, you don't have much of a career left.
God, I hope that's true. And if you want my present job, please take it, because I have tried to crawl out of this quagmire for years. But I am so irresponsible and ineffectual, they won't let me leave. And as far as your personal remarks are concerned, I just want to say, Sally, get the hell out of my house!
You forced my hand, Maxine.
Get out! Now!
Wow, this must be the famous Frances. I guess you got my message.
I don't see the point in hauling her over here. It's not like she can talk.
Well, he most certainly can talk.
Jane, he knows 3 words. Hello, pretty, and TV.
He also says dinner time.
She said dinner time once, 10 years ago, and you've been reliving it ever since.
Hello?
I hope you don't mind. I asked Donna to join us. We often ask her to help out when there's pets involved. You might have read about her or her colleagues. She's a pet psychic.
I have read about those, yes. So you can read the thoughts of animals?
Well, sort of. You could say that.
Oh, come on, that's a bunch of poppycock.
Listen, they can do anything nowadays.
She can't read animals' minds.
Hell, Arthur, they can make sheep from scratch.
Well, let's give Donna a chance and see how it goes.
Okay.
Well, this bird is not a happy bird.
Are you sensing stress?
This bird's under a lot of stress.
Yeah, who isn't?
He feels Francis is concerned about someone's health issues. I believe yours. And some infidelity issues.
I think we've beaten that horse to death, don't you?
Oh, I don't know. Don't ask me. Ask him.
Anything else, Donna?
Yes. Francis thinks all this divorce talk is really just, let me get this straight. He thinks it's most likely a knee-jerk reaction to the fear of being alone.
That's what he said.
Well, Francis thinks that if people can stick together for the sake of their children, then the three of you can tough it out through anything. For the sake of the family.
I can do it if he can.
I'm only doing this for you. Francis.
I don't think any of you are on the edge of your seat wondering how I'm going to rule. The state has done a thorough job of proving its case, and I find Joanna Bowden delinquent as to all charges. Given the gravity of the offense, I am sentencing you to be committed to DCF with initial placement at the state training school until your 18th birthday, with a 3-year probation following that. You cannot imagine what you have put your father through. And I'm not talking about the fear or the physical pain or having to sit through this trial. You don't know what it's like to love a child. One day you're a normal, self-centered, pleasure-seeking individual, and then you become a parent and you realize that you would place yourself in front of the worst horrors imaginable just to keep that child safe. Your father asked you to stay away from Zane because he wanted to keep you safe. And while you're busy weeping because Zane turned on you, the person who loves you hired an attorney to defend you after you tried to take his life. I'd like you to think about that, and maybe that thought will pierce your apparently glacial heart, and someday you'll realize what you've done. Because if you don't realize it, I don't know what's going to happen to you in your adult life. But it won't be good. And it shouldn't be. Gregory Bozovich has tested positive for genital warts, as has his stepfather.
The boy was reenacting his own abuse from Rochelle Cobbs?
I don't know. It might have been just an innocent game of doctor. Let's leave that up to the psychologists. The important thing is the adult abuser has been identified and charged.
You were right.
Miss Godwin. Nice to see you again.
May I have a moment to say goodbye to an old friend?
He's a good one, Sally. A very good one. Of course, a recommendation from me might not work in his favor.
Maxine, I admit it, you were right.
But?
But it looks like luck.
It isn't luck.
It looks like luck. The standard operating procedures exist so that luck doesn't play a part in it. And I wasn't the one filing this report. If it was someone who didn't know you...
I see.
But I do know you. I know you're the best social worker in the world. But it's only because I know you.
If you weren't my friend.
But I am your friend.
I hope you'll come to my wedding.
Of course I will. Bye, Max.
Goodbye, Sally. It's freezing out here. Yes, it keeps people away. Well, not me, right? You may stay if you agree to look quietly at the stars. Oh, look. There's the Big Dipper over there. And there it is over there. And over there. Don't they all look like the Big Dipper? I think anybody can actually see the constellations. I think the astronomers were making things up and just laughing their asses off. Amy? I don't like it when you get quiet and sit in the dark. Did you and Sally make up? Oh, sure. But it'll never be the same. Why not? Things were said. Damage was done. Can't be undone. Oh, sure it can. Time will take care of that. I remember when I used to believe things like that. For a job that doesn't pay anything, it certainly has cost me a lot. I think you're right about the stars.
Well, I don't think he's showing up.
I'm sure he'll be here any minute. He said he'd meet us here today.
And yet, I do not see the lawyer. Ben, excellent. What does next week look like?
Jam-packed, Your Honor.
Okay, well, let's try to find a space for the state versus Milo Roberts and issue a continuance.
Sorry I'm late, Your Honor. You have my solemn word that it will never happen again. The thing is, I just caught this case last night, and I was finishing up some business down in detention, and a fight broke out in the yard. I got stuck in a lockdown. No one gets in, no one gets out. Couldn't even get to my cell phone anyway. How you doing, Milo? I'm here now. Stuart Collins for the defense. We're Lemis, Your Honor. Amy?
I thought you were in Sri Lanka.
It didn't even occur to me that you would...
I'm sorry. I feel like I'm out of the loop here. Does Your Honor have a pre-existing relationship with Mr. Collins?
No, a relationship, no.
Kind of.
Kind of.
Kind of. We were in the same class at law school together.
Is that all?
Once, I appeared before Judge Gray in criminal court back when I was a prosecutor.
Okay.
Is that all? Several years ago, Mr. Collins recommended me to the governor for an appellate court position.
I see. So that's all.
Well,
Yes, that's all.
we went swimming together.
Swimming.
Once.
It was twice. Once with clothes, once...
Mr. Collins.
It was kind of a date.
And that's enough.
Your Honor.
Yes.
I have a couple of questions.
Yes, I'm sure you do, but I'm not going to answer any of them because I'm officially recusing myself from this case. So, Mr. Van Exel, would you please find another docket for the state versus Milo Roberts? And, hey, how about a 10-minute recess? How does that sound? Sounds good to me, and that'll bring us to 5 o'clock. And, have a good evening, everyone.
10-minute recess.
What, you gonna tell me you never went swimming with a judge?
No, absolutely not. Go change.
Come on. What's wrong with this shirt?
Okay, first of all, that's not a shirt. That's a third of a shirt.
It's called a belly shirt. And for your information, everyone wears them.
Well, for your information, I don't care if everybody wears them. You're too young to wear it.
According to who?
According to me.
I knew you were gonna say that.
And your doctor.
Dr. Pollard says I can't wear a belly shirt?
Yes, she does. On account of your condition.
What condition?
Your, prematurely inverted belly button condition. No, well, sure, it looks fine now because we had it fixed when you were an infant, but too much exposure to sun or air, and it might pop out again. And I don't think that's a risk you want to take.
I don't believe you.
Go change your shirt! What was she thinking?
Heaven's sake, Amy, your belly button is on display here 3 times a week.
Well, I'm an adult. I'm allowed.
Yes, you are, and you can flash your navel anytime you want to. It's not your best look, if you want my opinion, which is why I would cover it up when you're on the date with the ex-boyfriend.
Okay. All right. First of all, it's not a date. It's a lunch. And second of all, Stu was never a boyfriend.
I'm sorry, perhaps boyfriend is the wrong word. What do you call a person with whom you are occasionally naked?
Knock, knock. Hi. Can one of you watch Ned? Please say yes.
When you say watch...
Our babysitter is late,
Her Yugo broke down again.
and we have a doctor's appointment this morning.
Can't you reschedule?
I've been down that road.
No, we can't reschedule. This is the appointment.
We're getting the amnio results, so we're gonna, find out the gender.
Oh, you don't want to be surprised.
Why does everyone say that? Yes, we want to be surprised. We just want to be surprised today.
It'll only be for an hour or so. Susie, the babysitter, she can meet you here.
Well, I have to do carpool.
Well, seeing as how I've been forbidden to ever try carpool again, it looks like it's you and me, Ned.
Oh, thanks. Don't worry about the rash on his arms. The doctor's 90% sure it's not contagious.
Paget v. Paget. This is a petition to modify a custody arrangement. Donald Paget is suing for full legal guardianship of their daughter, Lila.
Ms. Marks?
Thank you.
Your Honor, a little over a year ago, and without my client's consent, Lila Paget, then 13 years old, signed a recording contract with the company Teen Dream Productions. Her mother co-signed the contract as Lila's legal guardian.
I take it Lila is an accomplished singer.
Her second CD comes out next month. She also dances and acts and...
But apparently no longer attends high school. She's dropped out.
She'll get her GED. She's being tutored.
Tutored in what? How to dress like a stripper? Look at what they've got her wearing in these magazines.
Mr. and Mrs. Paget, you're actually not on Judge Judy, so let's just pretend to be civil. Continue.
Your Honor, my client believes that Lila's mother has made a series of irresponsible and neglectful decisions regarding his daughter's welfare. As part of a touring musical act, she's been exposed to a dangerous and unhealthy lifestyle. Her education has been ignored, and her image has been exploited, sexualized, and mass-marketed.
Your Honor, if I might interject.
Please, interject away.
Ms. Paget has not ignored her daughter's education. In fact, she's done quite the opposite. She has insured it. Lila is poised to make between $200,000 and $300,000 next year, all of it earmarked for a college savings fund.
She's not going to get into college if she doesn't bother with high school.
She's got an opportunity to see the world here.
Yes, and now the world has an opportunity to see her. Take a look.
Ms. Markey.
Coming to a newsstand near you, my daughter's cleavage.
We would like these entered into evidence, please.
I've explained this to him. Those are called proofs, and we have the right to say no to any of those pictures.
That is not the point. The point is that you let them be taken at all.
How old is Lila?
14.
15.
Hey.
In May, she'll be 15, Your Honor.
We care about William quite a bit. But I'll be honest with you, it's been a challenge. We tried to make him feel comfortable.
You did more than try. You gave him his own room, left him alone.
We never really knew what was going on with him. It seemed like he was always upset.
You do know what he's lived through, don't you? A refugee from Sudan. You've spoken with his sponsor?
Yes, several times. And believe me, we're sympathetic. Amanda, that's my daughter, she has been studying the Civil War and the Sudan in her history class. We know. And we tried to arrange for William to talk to her class, but he wasn't interested.
Not in speaking to a class, but he was definitely interested in Amanda.
Tim? 3 nights ago, Amanda woke up in the middle of the night to use the bathroom, and William was in her room.
What was he doing?
What do you think?
Amanda said that he was sleeping. He was on the floor next to her bed. Well, she screamed when she saw him, so he jumped up to his feet, and by then we were both in there.
What did you say?
I just told him to go back to his room.
I told him he was lucky I didn't call the police, and if it happened again, I would.
You terrified him.
He was in Mandy's room.
And that's the night he left.
When we woke up the next morning, he was gone. He took most of his clothes with him. He made his bed. There was no note or anything, and he didn't go to school. So we checked the neighborhood, called the police.
He's not coming back.
What's wrong with Jonah? He looks like a Jonah.
First of all, we don't even know it's a boy.
Oh, it's a boy. Look, I can see it right there. It's waving at me.
What? Now all of a sudden you're a doctor? You don't know what you're looking at? For all we know, that's his elbow. Or mine.
I'm sorry I kept you waiting.
Oh, doctor, that sonogram was incredible. You can actually see the baby's heart beating.
I swear I could feel her kicking.
Okay, so tell us, it's a boy, isn't it? Because I'm sure I
You know
saw
what?
it.
I've changed my mind. We want it to be a surprise.
Mr. and Mrs. Gray, let's slow down for just a second. I just received the results of your amniocentesis.
Yes?
There's a problem.
The numbers are pretty raw, but in 12% of amniotic fluid samples, more than one cell type is revealed. This can be reflective of fetal mosaicism.
What? What does that mean?
In your case, the karyotype indicated approximately 7% of the fetal cells.
Is that bad?
There's a significant, if difficult to quantify, possibility that your baby will be born with certain congenital defects.
What defects?
It's known as trisomy 18. The syndrome is associated with a broad spectrum of variable abnormalities consisting of defects to the heart, the kidneys, and part of the bone structure. I'm sorry.
I spent a week in a Sri Lankan hospital with dysentery. Actually, that was one of the highlights of the trip because, you know, they had cable.
Isn't suffering part of the pilgrimage experience?
Here's something I learned. Pilgrimage is actually just a fancy name for a crappy vacation.
So you didn't have any big revelations?
I did have one. I climbed this mountain in the middle of a monsoon, right? And I stood there in the pouring rain, and I realized that I had left this amazingly beautiful, intelligent, naked woman in a swimming pool, and I flew halfway around the world in search of something sacred. And what do I get for my trouble? Acute intestinal distress.
Lovely.
Yes, well, shall we?
I thought you might call, when you got back.
I was going to.
It's totally fine.
My life was a mess. I need to sort some things out, like, for instance, my career.
Yeah, criminal defense. Where'd that come from? Is that another revelation?
No, a couple months after I got back, I got a call from a friend. His son had been arrested and he needed some last-minute representation in court. So I took care of it, and I must have done something right because this thing kind of snowballed. My phone hasn't stopped ringing.
And do you like it? Being on the other side of the aisle?
The truth? I love it. I don't know why. 90% of my referrals come from county lockup. I'm making no money. Last week, a client, he paid me with 12 pairs of sneakers, and I'm pretty sure they're hot. But you know the feeling you get when you realize that you're good at something? Well, I'm good at this. I wake up in the morning and I can't wait to get to it.
Well, it sounds like the pilgrimage paid off.
I was gonna call you.
Oh, Stu, it's fine.
I was, and I mean not just about us, but because I read about that trouble that you had with the stalker. I'm sorry that you had to go through that.
Thank you.
And that kid, Eric Black.
Well, he's innocent. He saved my life. I believe that.
That's what it sounds like. It's obviously self-defense. I mean, it's a winnable case. Why is he cutting a deal?
What are you talking about? There's no deal. He's pleading innocent.
Are you sure?
I think I would have heard.
Okay. Then it's nothing. My information must be wrong.
What information?
I heard he's going to plead guilty to manslaughter.
No.
Yes, of course I remember William. The state service brought him here with 2 other boys from his village. William was the subject of much debate.
Why was that?
Well, he was the youngest of the 3. The state insisted that we find a foster family for him.
And with good reason, I imagine. William is 15?
It's hard to say exactly. By the time most of these boys reached the refugee camp in Kenya, they'd been walking for many months, years in some cases. Aid workers in the camp made their best guess and assigned approximate ages. We were told William was 15.
The state errs on the side of caution. They consider William a minor.
Perhaps that's a mistake.
Perhaps that's the law.
How much do you know of these refugees, the ones they call the Lost Boys of the Sudan?
I've read a bit. Is this a quiz?
William's village was burned to the ground by army forces. He was one of 20 boys who escaped into the bush. They found each other, started walking. 6 months and over 1,000 miles later, the 3 boys found a refugee camp. All the other 17 all dead. Starvation, thirst, some were ripped apart by predators, lions, hyenas, crocodile. All I'm saying is, in some ways, William is no more minor than you or I.
Do you think he'd be better off living on his own?
I'd hope that he'd be allowed to live with Jacob and Tabor.
The other survivors from his village?
Yes, they've got an apartment together downtown. We're working very hard on finding them jobs.
May I have the address for this apartment? Mr. Dutt? If William is picked up as a runaway, he goes into something called a secure placement. That's basically juvenile lockup. We'd like to avoid that.
About a month ago, this colleague of mine, guy in sales, came back from a business trip to Japan, and he brought me a videotape, something he'd seen on Japanese television. There's a video starring my daughter. The record company that she signed with was test marketing it overseas.
Where it was a big hit. Most parents would be proud.
Have you seen the video? She looks like a hooker.
It's called Makeup and New Clothes. She's a teenager, Donald. Maybe you've read about them in books. They like to dress up.
Moving on.
All I know is I put the video in at lunch, and I was stunned and horrified and angry. I made 2 phone calls. The first was to Lila's mother, and the second was to my lawyer.
May we watch the video now? Please. And just for the record, what is the name of the video?
Baby, tie me up.
Charming.
It's kind of a play on words.
together.
But most girls are like me. I like it hot, I like it rough. I can't get enough.
So how long does this go on?
Oh, no, you don't want to stop it now because then you'd miss the part where the pipes burst and she dry humps a plumber.
Nobody's humping anyone. It's called aerobic dancing, you ass.
I think I've seen enough.
Two knife wounds, one gunshot. Oh, and one guy who, get this, was tomahawked in the head.
Again? Third time this month.
Really?
No, Kyle, you need sleep.
Peter, what? You realize there's a lunatic running around Hartford with a tomahawk? What's going on? You okay?
I need to talk. Can we talk?
Yeah, come with me.
I don't know what to do. I need information.
He said only 7% of the cells were affected. Well, that's something to consider. It can be as high as 50%.
Right, so there's a good chance the baby doesn't even have it.
According to the latest research, you can have symptoms with as little as 5%.
So he is gonna have it?
No, I don't know. I'm not gonna say that. He could be born with no problems whatsoever.
Yeah. Good. Well, what do we do? I mean, how can we make that happen? Vitamins, a hormone treatment? What about prenatal surgery? I've read about that.
Peter, there's nothing you can do about this. It is what it is.
Okay, let's say the baby did have problems. They might be pretty minor, right?
Without reading the file, without looking at the test results,
Kyle, I'm an insurance guy. That's who I am. I need to know the risks, probabilities. What can we do?
In a situation like this, there's a range of possible responses. Have you considered all of them?
I don't know. What do you mean?
Jillian's only in her 16th week.
Yeah. Oh, I see.
In our bedroom, we had the bunk bed. The table and I helped to build them. Do you know about the bunk bed?
Yes, my son slept in bunk beds until they were about your age.
Did you ask him?
Not now.
Ask me what?
Jacob wants to know if you have encountered any more ding-dongs.
When these guys moved in last month, our donation center was still somewhat disorganized. They wound up with a dozen boxes of hostess desserts.
I raised 3 children. I am familiar with ding-dongs.
They're quite good, yes?
What about William? Mrs. Gray wants to know if you've heard from him.
We spoke to him last week. We were supposed to visit him, but he never called again.
Okay, listen. Next time he calls, you tell him to call me. And when you hang up, I want you to call me.
Is William in trouble?
No. If he asks, the answer is no.
But we need to find him.
We're filing for a change of venue. Why? Because the potential jury pool couldn't fill a bathtub. That's why. Read the motion. Let me call you back. Amy, I know. I owe you a phone call. I just got buried this week.
Cutting a deal for manslaughter.
What?
Last time I talked to Eric, he was pleading innocent on all charges. We were going ahead to trial. Now I hear it might be a deal for manslaughter.
Where did you hear that?
Is it true?
There have been some discussions.
Oh, that's just great. It would have been nice to be part of those discussions.
Amy, you are neither the client nor are you his lawyer. You're not even a foster parent. Your interests are not my priority.
Hey, Eric's interests are my interests. He's part of my family.
Well, a manslaughter plea could mean 1 year detention maximum, no more. Now that's worth considering.
No. It is still 1 year in jail with an admission of guilt that's going to be with him for the rest of his life. He's innocent, Jane.
It's a gamble. If he loses, he could be locked up until he's 21.
It's a winnable case.
I knew this would be a problem when I took this job. Why do you think I don't return your phone calls?
What?
Do you have any idea how hard it is to represent this kid while being second-guessed every step of the way by the juvenile court judge on the sidelines?
I just want to help. Someone needs to look out for Eric's interests.
Yes, and right now, that someone is me.
Good luck.
What are you doing?
Come on, you've read that book. Babies can hear music, even in the womb. Stimulates them. Okay, I feel ridiculous.
Listen, talked to Kyle this afternoon.
What do you think, ambient, new age, or soulful classical? Ravel or Michael Hedges?
I don't know.
New age will probably irritate him. Let's go with the classical.
Kyle explained that there can be a pretty big difference between a situation like ours with 7% of the cells affected and, say, 50%.
Peter, the baby's going to be fine.
We need to talk about this.
Who's we? You and me, or you and your whole family?
It was only Kyle. Look, I didn't tell anyone else.
Oh, please don't. Peter, if there was anything wrong with this baby, I'd know it, I would.
Kyle suggested that we, consider all our options.
What options?
Well, you're only at 16 weeks,
You're
which
talking
means
about ending the pregnancy?
it's one of our options.
Is that what you want?
Julie and I want everything to be all right, but statistically speaking...
Peter, you're not listening to me. Forget the statistics. Our baby will be perfect. Trust me.
Hey, sweetie. Sorry I'm late. How was your day?
You're kidding, right?
No. Lauren, is this because I made you cover up your belly button? What's going on? What's wrong?
How do you think my day was?
I have no idea.
Is it true?
You're gonna have to give me something a little more than that.
You're the judge who's gonna tell Lila Paget she can't sing anymore?
No,
And you're censoring her video?
How would you know? Where are you hearing this?
It's all over school. Everyone knows. It was on the internet.
I'm on the internet?
Lindsay read about it on lilapaget.com. She told Taylor, who told everybody. And at lunch, this whole mess of girls comes over to my table and asks me why my mom's trying to wreck Lila's career.
And what'd you say?
I said you would never do that. I said you were too cool. I lied.
Lauren. You know I cannot talk about my cases outside of my courtroom. And I can't name any names. But if this girl were in my courtroom, and I'm not saying she is, but I would listen very carefully, and I would try to do whatever is in her best interests. That's my job.
What about my best interest? You're going to decide that Lila Paget's not allowed to sing anymore. And then everyone...
How do you even know this girl's music? Since when are you listening?
She used to be on Radio Disney all the time.
Okay, what I heard, her music, her video, she's a little old for Radio Disney.
So what? Everybody grows up, Mom, and there's nothing you can do about it.
It's unbelievable. Get this? Apparently now I'm supposed to run my docket past my 10-year-old daughter.
What did you say to Jane Marquette?
What?
I just got off the phone with her, and she told me you were interfering with Eric's defense.
Mom.
That you ambushed her in the courthouse
She
today?
wouldn't return my calls. I had to talk to her. Do you know what she's considering? She wants Eric to plead guilty to manslaughter.
Let her do her job. She knows what she's doing.
And I don't? I've been doing this for 4 years, Mom. I think I know my way around criminal defense.
She told me that a manslaughter charge would guarantee Eric minimal jail time. If he goes to trial, he could
You
lose.
see, if he loses, he's got the wrong lawyer. It's a winnable case. How come everyone can see this but Jane?
Who's everybody? Did you talk to Stu Collins about Eric's case?
He brought it up.
Of course he did. He's hustling you for her job.
No. He thinks that Jane is making a mistake, and so do I.
Perhaps your judgment is clouded by listening to Mr. I'm a prosecutor, defense attorney, prosecutor, defense...
I think Jane is afraid to go to trial, afraid she's going to lose, and she is making a big mistake, Mom. She is selling Eric short.
In some ways, Lila has more supervision than most girls her age. I mean, I'm with her at every rehearsal, every performance. Last year, she did a 15-city tour, singing in shopping malls all over the country. And you know what? She was the only teenager in those malls who had her mom with her every step of the way.
It seems like a lot of work for a 14-year-old girl.
I know it does, but it's not work to Lila. She loves it. I mean, when she had the flu last month, I had to plead with her to take a day off. I mean, Lila's always driven.
You don't find that video too inappropriate or sexually suggestive for a 14-year-old to watch, let alone star in?
Obviously, I don't, or I wouldn't have allowed her to participate.
Mrs. Paget, is there anything you would not allow your daughter to do in one of these videos?
Excuse me.
Objection, argumentative.
Your Honor, Mrs. Paget is Lila's legal guardian. I think it is important to establish where she draws the lines regarding her daughter's professional activities if there's anything she finds inappropriate.
You may answer.
That's ridiculous. Of course there are lines I wouldn't let her cross. That's my job as her mother.
So, can you give us some examples?
Examples?
In the video we saw in court, I take it that you approved of the song, the dance moves, Lila's costume.
What costume?
What I'm wondering is, what are some of the things you rejected? Can you give me an example of how you executed your veto power?
Well, I didn't have to. I'm sorry if her father was uncomfortable watching that video. That's his problem. It's not mine and it's not Lila's. He's uncomfortable with the fact that his daughter is growing up. Which I have to say is ironic, considering the message that she worked so hard to put in that video.
What message? That shirts get clingy when wet?
Yeah, I'm not sure if I got the entire message of the video. What was it?
It's simple. Girls need to feel free to express themselves.
Oh. Well, if that's the message, then I'm all for it. Which is why I would like to see her here this afternoon, where she will certainly be free to express herself.
Mrs. Gray,
Hello, Tabor. Is Jacob here?
Jacob is at a job interview, busboy for an Indian food restaurant.
Well, I brought you something.
Ding dongs.
No, a question occurred to me yesterday when I was leaving the apartment. Jacob showed me the bunk beds where you and he sleep.
Yes.
What I'm wondering is, who sleeps on the pull-out sofa? Tabor, where is William?
I only sleep at Jacob and Tabor's home. During the day, I come here and walk around.
William.
Some of the food they give away for free. This is my favorite part. This whole wall, food for dogs. Amazing.
Why did you run away?
I made a mistake. In the refugee camp, there were teachers who instruct us in what to expect in our new lives. They told us about schools in America and that our stomachs would have a hard time adjusting to the food. But there were some things they didn't tell us.
Like what?
At night, everybody sleeps alone. My whole life, I never slept by myself. I don't remember my family so much anymore, but I do remember sleeping in a bed with my brother and sister. After, when the village was burned, and I was walking with Jacob and Tabor and the other boys, we slept in groups. We had to. That way, we took turns looking out for soldiers or animals. It's what kept us alive. Even in the refugee camp, I shared a tent with them.
What happened at the Harpers?
Here, everything is different. At night, everyone goes into their own rooms. It is what is expected, yes? It felt strange being alone. I thought about things I didn't want to think about. My family, the boys who drowned in the river, the ones who got shot, running away from the army, all of them.
You went into Amanda's room so you wouldn't have to be alone?
I slept on her floor. I just wanted to hear someone else breathing.
Okay, am I allowed to say sports bra in court?
Yeah.
That's the sports bra. It's not lingerie, and it's not my naked breasts.
What did she say? Objection!
Dad, you turn on MTV, and you're gonna see a bunch of girls dancing around in thongs, okay? This is nothing compared to that. And besides, you see more skin at the beach.
Yes, but perhaps the issue here is that this is not the beach. This is going to be beamed into, I don't know, 5 million living rooms across the country?
Yeah, well, I hope so. I'll be keeping my fingers crossed.
So you're comfortable with that?
Well, yeah, of course I am.
Okay. Well, was there anything that made you uncomfortable when you were making the video?
What, you mean the outfit and the wet shirt? No, those are my idea.
Really?
Absolutely. I was the one that suggested it. I mean, I told Gary Barrows, he's a big video director, and he did one of Britney's. And I told him that it'd be fun and kind of sexy if it started raining or something in the middle of the room. And he was really open to it.
And he didn't think maybe it was a little too sexy?
Well, we both wanted the video to have a message and to have it say that it's okay for girls to be okay with their sexuality. And I totally agree with that. You know, if you're on TV, you're a role model, and I take that seriously.
And did anyone ever suggest that perhaps it's not appropriate for a 14-year-old to deliver that particular message? Well, Mrs. Paget, this is also a question for you. You were there when the video was made.
I tried to stay out of the creative stuff.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that video. MTV is gonna love it. And besides, I know what this is all about, okay? Censorship. Gary told me.
Gary, your director? What exactly did he tell you?
You know he's done over 100 music videos? He has 9 MTV awards. He has Christina Aguilera on speed dial. I mean, so what if he started out making pornos? I mean, who really cares?
Excuse me?
He did what?
It was a long time ago, and he doesn't do them anymore. He doesn't need to, because he's an artist. And besides, I love him.
Oh, honey.
Can we go back to the part where he was making the porno movies?
Just give us a minute.
The boy is 15 years old. The law says he needs a guardian. You know that.
We're not asking you to break any laws, Sean.
Okay. What are you asking?
Well, nobody understands the benefits of having a guardian more than William. See, he owes his life to 2 of them.
2 boys you came over here with?
Jacob and Tabor. Certainly there's a process by which one of them could become his legal guardian.
There's plenty of room in the apartment. Tabor is 18, and he has a job at a restaurant down the street.
Yes, there's a process. We get him licensed as a foster parent. We could push to have it expedited, but still, it's time-consuming.
And during this process, where does William live?
I can't live with them. Not until the license comes through.
But there are exceptions to that rule.
Well, sure, if they were brothers or something.
And what if they were brothers?
Well, it's a different story. I tell a judge they're related, he'll bend over backwards to keep a family together. What are you saying? They are related?
These boys showed up at the refugee camp without any identification whatsoever. Some of the youngest ones didn't even know their last names.
So they might be related.
For 9 years, these boys were never out of each other's sight. They helped each other find water. When one was sick, the other 2 would carry him. Together, they buried the ones who didn't make it. Are they brothers? You tell me.
Okay. I can make that case to a judge.
Everybody grows up, or at least that's what I've been told recently. My concern here, my only job, is to make sure that you are protected as you grow up. Not only from others who might harm you, but also from yourself.
That's so much crap. Are you gonna say I can't make any more videos?
No. No, as much as I would like to be, I'm not in the business of deciding what should be heard on the radio or seen on TV. What I'm going to do is this. I'm going to amend the custody agreement between Joanne and Donald Pageant. The physical custody arrangement will remain the same, but the legal custody arrangement will be altered such that in all matters concerning Lila's career, the consent of both parents will be required. Essentially, what I'm doing is giving you both veto powers when it comes to decisions regarding any of Lila's professional contracts.
Great. So I'm screwed, right?
No. No, I'm not saying you can't dance and sing and be on TV and have a career,
But you're not going to do any of it without meaningful supervision. And right now, your mother alone is not providing that. What you need, Lila, is a parent who sometimes will say no. And that's what I'm giving you. So in the meantime, just go be 14. This order is to remain in effect for as long as Lila is a minor.
You suck.
That's nice.
Are you busy?
Hi. Have you come here to watch the Wheels of Justice at work? Because the show ended at 5.
I've seen Eric.
How is he?
All right. He's eating, and everyone's treating him well. He's keeping up with his schoolwork, and he says he wants a new lawyer.
Did you talk to him about Jane?
He says that she's been pressuring him to make a deal, but he wants to plead innocent. He agrees with you that she's scared to go to trial.
Oh. So what do we do?
I've spoken with Sean. We fired her. And I was wondering about your friend, Mr. Collins. Do you trust him? As a lawyer, I'm putting everything else aside.
Yes, I do. If I were in Eric Black's position, the first person I would call would be Stu.
Why don't you do that, then?
Okay.
No, I understand. I'm sorry I didn't call you back earlier. I have your file right here in front of me on an adjustable call tomorrow. Thank you for your understanding, Mr. Bardock. Yes. Yeah, you too.
How you doing?
I don't know. Slept about 20 minutes last night. I'm afraid to look at this policy I just wrote up. I think it's all in Latin.
You have a lot on your mind. Things will calm down. Listen, I was thinking that maybe I didn't answer all of your questions yesterday.
I don't even remember what they were.
Well, I brought you some more information on chromosomal mosaicism and trisomy 18, risks, possibilities, all the math.
Oh, thanks. I like the math. I get the math.
Just remember, even the math is murky. Most of medicine, it's guesswork.
Jillian's in total denial. I broached the subject of terminating the pregnancy. I know the numbers aren't in our favor, but she's got this faith.
Peter, I'm a scientist and you're an actuary, so this may sound strange, but sometimes there are more important things than the numbers. The numbers don't take into account the significance of this pregnancy to you.
We were told it would absolutely never happen. Absolutely. It really is a miracle.
Yeah.
And this baby, people deal with this stuff all the time.
Many of them do more than deal. They thrive.
You think?
I've seen it. Here's what I believe. As a general rule, no one is given more than they can handle.
So tell me this. I take Eric's case. Are you going to be second-guessing me the whole time?
Second guessing, backseat driving, armchair quarterbacking, you name it, the answer's yes.
Okay.
Is that gonna be a problem?
No. The way I see it, it's actually more of a perk.
Okay. Okay, well, there's one more thing. When you left a year ago, you and I were moving toward...
Believe me, I remember.
And maybe at some point in the future, it would be good to figure out what that something is.
Great idea. See, that's why you're a judge. You're smart.
But if you take this case, then that gets put on the shelf for a while, okay? No romance, no nothing. Not until the case is done. Not until you've won.
I want this case.
I want you on this case.
On the other hand...
I know.
Why don't I take the night, sleep on it? That way I'm not on the case.
No,
not
there's
yet.
no time. There's no time. There's an arraignment tomorrow afternoon. If you sign on, then you have to go home and do 3 weeks of work tonight.
When it's over, we figure all this out?
What's the deal?
Okay, I'm going home to read, and I will see.
Coming up next on TNT's Prime Time in the Daytime, the foster child who killed Amy's stalker goes on trial. All the drama of judging.
Launch the ship, engines soaring high. Through the galaxies, we're gonna fly. Starlight glimmers, planets in our view. A universe of dreams is waiting for you. Gravity's gone, let's break away. Feel the thrill of a cosmic ballet. Through the void, we're burning bright. Sailing across the endless night. We're flying through the stars tonight. Across the cosmos, chasing light. Infinite wonders, galaxies unfold. Adventures beyond, so brave and bold. Feel the rush of the Milky Way. Dancing on comets, we're here to stay. Found on the skies, our spirit's free. Join us in this cosmic journey. Join us in this cosmic journey. Alien worlds, glowing shades of green. Crystal sparkle where we've never been. Time bends, whispers through the stars. The universe is ours to chart. Asteroids flash like neon streams. The pulse of the cosmos fuels our dreams. Through the wormholes, warp the night. Exploring realms of endless light. We're flying through the stars tonight. Across the cosmos, chasing light. Infinite wonders, galaxies unfold. Adventures beyond, so brave and bold. Feel the rush of the Milky Way. Dancing on comets, we're here to stay. Found on the skies, our spirit's free. Join us in this cosmic journey. Join us in this cosmic journey. Shooting stars guide our way. Through nebulae, where shadows play. A symphony of space surrounds. Our hearts beat with cosmic sounds. We're flying through the stars tonight. Across the cosmos, chasing light. Infinite wonders, galaxies unfold. Adventures beyond, so brave and bold. Feel the rush of the Milky Way. Dancing on comets, we're here to stay. Found on the skies, our spirit's free. Join us in this cosmic journey. Join us in this cosmic journey. Touching worlds unknown. Through the stars we found a home. Cosmic dreamers, wild and free. This is our space-bound legacy.
The prosecution will argue that Eric is a dangerous street kid who laid in wait for Jason Lobdell, then murdered him in cold blood.
Right, then you will prove that Eric is a sweet, frightened boy who Jason Lobdell lured into the yard to kill him before he came in and slaughtered us in our beds.
Amy!
Hey, it's a fight to the death. I'm loaded for bear.
You are not loaded for anything. You're an observer.
I'm not good at that.
Of course you are. You're a judge. Basically, all you ever do is sit back and watch other people work.
Hey!
They'll put on their guys. I will destroy them in cross, and then it's our turn.
Put Mom on first.
No.
Absolutely not.
Why wouldn't you use Maxine? She's the closest thing Eric has to a grandmother. Yeah, mother, I mean.
Ms. Gray, in the time since this heinous murder, have you discussed the evening's events with the defendant?
Yes, in detail.
So Eric did tell you something?
Jose, I don't want that question asked or answered in my presence. Thank you.
But wouldn't the prosecution just put Maxine on the stand and ask her?
No.
How can you be so certain?
Because I didn't put you on my list of witnesses, so the prosecution will think that I'm trying to trick them into putting you on the stand.
How do you know that they will not figure out that you do not really want me on the stand and call your bluff?
Because I'm smarter than they are. Now, the Superior Court's importing a judge from Norwich to avoid the appearance of cronyism. A little bit of a nut, apparently, but that works for us.
Why does that work for us?
Mommy, I was thinking about Eric.
I know, honey, we're all thinking about Eric.
So I made hats for his birthday party.
Eric turned 17 on the opening day of the trial.
They won't allow a party.
Well, certainly the three of us can pull some strings and throw Eric a party.
Why does it work for us? The judge is a nut.
Amy, look around you.
Pretty sad I'm using my vacation time to attend a trial. What are you going to be doing?
I may look in on Eric's trial from time to time.
Put you on the list.
You about done in here?
Beg your pardon?
These are Judge Gray's chambers.
She's going on vacation, right?
Yeah?
While Judge Gray's on the beach, her chambers are being loaned to Judge Nancy Paul. I'm Wesley Roberts, CSO.
Did you know about this?
No.
Wesley, do any of these windows open? Judge Gray, I'm Judge Paul. Thank you very much for the use of your chambers and the courtroom.
I'm Judge Gray's CSO, Bruce Lennox.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. Fear of racism versus fear of sexism, and fear of racism won out.
You're gonna break that.
It's nice to meet you, Judge Paul.
The presiding judge gave me your chambers behind your back. Do you know why? He doesn't like you.
How do you know that?
Intuition. Listen, but don't worry. You'll go on your vacation. This whole trial will be history, and I will be back in Norwich.
You're from Norwich?
Yes, the Riviera of Connecticut without the Riviera.
You're on the Eric Black trial.
That's right.
We shouldn't be talking. I'm the reason you were imported. Eric Black is a friend of the family's.
Well, we're in bounds. We have two witnesses right here, CSOs. But while we're talking about it, what do you think? Just a little judicial humor.
You're gonna break that window.
We should get out of here. It's nice to have never met you, Judge Paul.
Yeah, nice to have never met you as well. I didn't want it open permanently, Wesley.
Birthday party. I don't feel very festive. Well, do it for Lauren. She made hats. Mr. Collins says it will look good to have supporters at the trial. Is there anyone you can think of?
No. Time's up. I have nightmares about what happened.
That means you're not a psychopath. I find that reassuring.
There's one friend from school, Mark Thurber. Sean has his phone number.
Mark Thurber?
Bruce.
I broke up with Gordon.
Who would have seen that coming? Wait, shouldn't he have seen it? Since he's an astrologer?
I'm already sorry I told you.
I think you broke up with him to give me a clear shot.
I find your terminology offensive.
But I'm right?
Are you asking me out?
Yes. I'm on vacation. Rebecca's going to stay with her mother. Let's run off to New York together.
Oh, big man. We haven't reached the checking into hotel stage yet.
When Then what we should do is get together and discuss various stages and how we might reach them.
Mr. Braun, you're too old to be afraid of a shot.
I'm not afraid of the shot, lady. I'm afraid of getting it from the hired help.
Yeah, I would be too, especially from Nurse Corazon. Around here we call her Vlad the Impaler.
Not an appropriate time for hilarious little jokes, Dr. McCarty.
Are you a full doctor or another half doctor?
What's the skinny? No offense.
Mr. Braun is a non-insulin-dependent diabetic. He received a burn and puncture wound on his arm while changing the oil in his car. Dr. Reddickard ordered a tetanus shot, but Mr. Braun has already chased off 3 interns and a resident.
You need a tetanus shot, Mr. Braun.
Fine. You give it to me.
All right. I need a hypodermic with a big, fat needle and an ampule of tetanus.
We're supposed to use these.
Didn't you hear me? A dull, rusty needle and the really thick, syrupy tetanus solution.
He's kidding, right?
That's Gemma Lonsdale, Eric's prosecutor.
Lonsdale's good.
Yeah? She really thinks Eric's guilty.
Who's that with her?
It's Lisa Lobdell, the victim's sister.
I don't think of Jason as having a family.
Everybody has family, even psycho stalkers.
Amy, Bruce, Mr. Collins, meet Eric's friend, Mark Thurber.
Welcome out to support Eric.
Connecticut versus Eric Black. Judge Paul wants to address everybody.
Since when do judges talk to witnesses before they testify?
I don't know.
Never seen a courtroom from this side. Is the seal crooked?
Everybody here? Fine, there are a few elephants in the room that I'd like to acknowledge before we get going. You have a very innocent face. And a very snappy suit.
Maxine bought it for me.
I assume you mean the suit, not your face. Maxine, that would be your DCF caseworker, is that correct?
That is correct.
Do you buy suits for all your charges, or just those accused of murder?
Are those my only choices?
Pretty much. You can sit. Also in the court today, Superior Court Judge Amy Gray, and Regional...
This is not normal judicial behavior.
Normal. Like you making a witness go out and change because you didn't like her belly button?
And Mr. Van Exel, the court services officer. Did your boss require your presence today?
No, Your Honor. I am a family friend.
It's very touching. And you in the back, who are you?
Mark Thurber, ma'am. Just a friend, no one important.
Oh, friends are very important at a trial. Especially those without influence. And I assume you're a relative of the victim.
I'm his sister.
I'm very sorry for your loss. And I wonder how all this conspicuous support for the defendant looks to you.
Not fair.
I imagine you compare your side of the courtroom to the defense side of the courtroom, and you worry that I'm going to be swayed that a kid with this kind of high-powered influence must be innocent. Well, there is an alternative interpretation. Maybe he is just a very bad kid who threw away his own life, as well as the life of your brother. Those are the elephants. Now let's skedaddle the witnesses out of the room and get started, shall we? Ms. Lonsdale, I believe you're first.
The people will show that Eric Black, a former street hustler.
Okay. Lawyers, here's my philosophy, okay? All finger-pointing, all name-calling, all general snottiness will be relegated to closing arguments when and if the charges can be substantiated.
Yes, Your Honor. The evidence will show that Eric Black ambushed Jason Lobdell on the night of his death. Forensic evidence will show that Jason Lobdell was fleeing at the time of his murder, that he was unarmed at the time of the attack upon his person, and that the murder weapon, a knife, belonged to Eric Black. In short, we will prove that Eric Black planned and executed the cold-blooded murder of Jason Lobdell and should bear full culpability under the law. Dr. Masuko, can you characterize the wounds suffered by the murder victim?
The victim's hands and forearms were slashed.
Objection. The references to murder and victim are prejudicial.
Sustained. Please use the term killer and dead guy.
Are these the type of wounds usually referred to as defensive?
Yes.
Did you find any defensive wounds on the killer?
None whatsoever.
Is this congruent with the defense's contention that Eric Black wrested the knife from Jason Lobdell and killed him in self-defense?
No.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I am always amazed at how much you forensic types can tell from a few scratches. You're like those old Indian trackers in the westerns who could tell the color of a man's hair by the way his horse walked through the water.
Lose the sarcasm, Mr. Collins, as much as I enjoy it personally.
Right. These defensive wounds, how can you be sure that Mr. Lobdell was backing away?
The cuts tapered, became shallower. If the victim had been advancing, they'd have deepened.
Simple physics. Except, couldn't the victim have been advancing while my client fended him off with the knife?
No, that would indicate extraordinary aggression.
My contention is, sir, that the victim was staggeringly aggressive, advancing so viciously, in fact, that he essentially drove the blade into his own heart. Is that possible?
Again, the magnitude of rage would be so pronounced.
Say the victim was a psychotic stalker. Theoretically, no slander intended against the deceased Mr. Lobdell.
Given that set of circumstances, yes.
Maybe that's what happened. Thank you, Your Honor.
What's wrong with me? I mean, aside from the fact that you're overweight, middle-aged, and suffering from diabetes?
102.8 with a bullet.
Oh, wow. This is blistering, but it's not showing any sign of infection. Why are you running a fever?
Are you supposed to know that?
Yeah, that's right. Let's take some blood.
More needles?
Start Mr. Braun on a vancomycin drip per pharmacy, and we'll get this set right in an hour.
How late is Mommy this time?
Not too late, honey.
An hour and 6 minutes? I can tell time upside down now.
Oh, Hello. I'm Zola.
I'm Rebecca. I thought you were my mommy.
No. Your daddy and I were going to, I'm sorry, should I?
Come in. Rebecca's mother's running a little late.
1 hour and 7 minutes.
Hello. Oh. What a lovely gathering.
Can we confirm how long you're going to keep Rebecca?
I'll know when I know. At which time I will call you on the telephone, and then you'll know.
I have plans.
Yeah, I see that. You're going to want to lay off the suggestive tone with me.
Zola, call me when you can. Yeah, have a good time, babe.
Hi, Daddy.
I'm sorry, this is new for me. I'll polish up my insult with a smile skills.
Good.
You say you were asleep, Judge Gray?
Yes.
Then you were wakened by the burglar alarm?
No.
Then what woke you?
Could have been the wind, or nothing. A bad dream.
If Eric were moving around downstairs, crossing from window to window, keeping watch, might that wake you up?
Yeah. Or if he went to the bathroom or got himself a glass of water.
Good one.
Where were you when the burglar alarm sounded?
In the upstairs hallway, talking to my mother.
You live with your mother?
It works for us.
Judge Gray, what happened when you and your mother heard the burglar alarm?
Well, we rushed downstairs, and we could see that the den door was open, and outside Eric was that Eric was outside.
Standing over Jason Lobdell's body?
Yes.
With a bloody knife in his hand?
Yes.
With blood all over his chest?
All over his t-shirt and jeans, yes.
Was the house abnormally cold?
No.
Then why the t-shirt and jeans?
I can't answer that.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Collins.
Judge Gray, what was Eric wearing on his feet?
On his feet? He was barefoot.
If he expected trouble, if he expected to kill someone out in the backyard on a cold October night, don't you think he'd wear shoes?
Objection. Speculation.
Counsel asked the witness to speculate about the t-shirt and jeans.
I was wondering why you didn't object. Overruled.
I would expect someone planning an ambush to wear shoes.
Years ago, Mr. Braun suffered congestive heart failure.
They put him on a strong diuretic with good responses. Echocardiogram showed improvement.
He went off it a year later.
He's complaining about pains in his hip and his side.
Doesn't make sense.
Look, Chem 20 is fine. CBC indifferent normal. No indications of left shift. Blood cultures are normal. Why is his temperature rising? Have you ever seen anything like this before?
Are you asking a nurse to consult?
I'm not one of those kind of doctors, okay? I'm not going to blame any of this on you, and I'm stumped. So if you have something, please share.
Well, I've never seen anything like this. I'm completely confused. Now, doctor, if you tell any of the other nurses I said this, they will not believe you, and I'll deny it.
You better get Lily in here.
Yes.
Come on.
Okay, okay.
Are you ready for your surprise?
Bring it on.
Ta-da!
Wow. Thanks, everyone.
Now make a wish, but don't tell us what it is.
Thanks, everybody. This is great.
Come on. Last year we all went bowling for your birthday. That was great. This sucks monkey butt.
What do you think about Eric's judge?
Judge Paul, she's okay.
She's okay? She's out there, baby.
Or says the judge who sentenced a gangbanger to listen to show tunes.
What are you suggesting? That we're similar in some way? Because we're not.
All right.
I mean, why does she look at her CSO all the time? Does she need his approval for every ruling?
Oh, rumor has it she's been carrying on an affair with him for the last 10 years.
Well, the way she looks at him, I believe it.
Happy birthday, Eric.
Thank you, Mr. Van Exel.
Bruce, you brought Eric a woman for a birthday present.
The kind of humor where people own other people is not amusing to African Americans.
Oh, my God. I'm so sorry. I absolutely apologize.
This is my friend Zola Knox, and she is torturing you for her own amusement because you're white.
Have some cake, Miss Knox.
No, thanks. I'm cutting down on my carbs.
This young man is incarcerated, facing murder charges. No one knows when he will be allowed to have another party, and you are concerned about your carbs?
Oh, my God. I don't know what I was thinking. Of course I can have a piece.
This is my friend Maxine Gray. You two have a lot in common.
Hey, it's okay.
So I brought you a present, but they wouldn't let me bring it in.
Oh, yeah? What is it?
Okay, now what do you want more than anything? Because that's what I got you. I really want it. You did? Thank you. Perfect. Cool. Okay, here you go.
Did you just wake me up?
Yeah.
I'm brushing my hair back from my forehead.
Yeah.
That's a nice way to wake someone up.
Ron Braun died.
Why wasn't I called?
It happened very quickly.
I'm his doctor. I was in the hospital. You should have called me.
I called for a doctor.
I responded first. He went into respiratory distress, so I started resuscitation, but he went into full arrest.
We initiated a code blue and we didn't get a rhythm. There's nothing anyone could have done.
Well, we won't know that now, will we? Because I never had the chance to keep my patient from dying, did I? This ever happens again, I'll have your job.
No. I'll go. Dr. McCarty.
What?
The patient died. You'll have to face a board. So will Dr. Labonte, and so will I.
So?
So maybe instead of antagonizing nurses who can be very helpful in situations like these, you could play it a little smarter.
He came in here with a burn on his arm, and he's going out in a body bag.
Thanks for the party. And thanks for bringing Mark. Did you like him?
Is that why you asked me to stay? To ask me if I think Mark is cute and nice?
No. What if they asked me about the knife?
They can only ask you about the knife if Mr. Collins puts you on the stand.
Mr. Collins says my testimony totally explains the forensics.
You haven't told him about the knife?
He never asked. He told me never to tell him anything he didn't ask. When I admit it's my knife, it's premeditation, I go to jail.
I do not agree.
I can't risk it. I've been in jail before.
What do you want? My permission to lie on the stand under oath? Because I will not give you that permission. You know my beliefs. We make our choices and we live with the consequences.
The consequences of lying are to stay out of jail.
A good man does not lie under oath.
What is the use of being a good man in jail?
Do you think this is another small, unimportant lie? Because it's not. It is a lie about the death of a human being that makes it big and very important.
Time's up. Mark is... He means something to me. Like no one ever... It's another reason to stay out of jail, that's all.
Well, it's too late for dinner, but we can drop by Goodwin's, have a drink, eat some crab puffs. Are crab puffs still in season? Do you even like crab puffs? Okay, forget crab puffs. I know a place where we bring our own wine, they look the other way and feed us jambalaya.
I can't go out with you.
Wow, you really hate jambalaya.
I don't want you to be mad at me.
Why would I get mad? Why, did you keep jerking me back and forth?
You're in love with two other women.
What?
Your ex-wife.
We were never married.
And your boss. I saw you with both of them today, and it was obvious. Big man, you're a mess. And you'll make a mess out of me if I let you.
Forget this. I'm not doing any more defending myself or arguing or assuring you. I'm done. I'm just going to take you home and we'll forget we ever met.
That would be best for both of us.
I know that now. I didn't before, but I sure as hell know it now.
We still don't know.
All right. It looks like you did almost everything by the book.
Almost?
Let me rephrase that. Dr. Labonte, you did everything by the book. There's no way a board will find you culpable in Ron Braun's death.
Lovely.
No, it's nothing, but still.
What?
You didn't use a prepackaged tetanus shot. You used a hypodermic and ampule.
So that doesn't make any difference.
I couldn't agree more, as long as you followed aseptic technique.
Of course I did.
I believe you. But I'm going to advise you to lie to the board.
What?
She's right. Just say you used the prepackaged shot.
Why?
Because it's standard operating procedure.
But it doesn't matter.
It's just my advice. Don't give them anything. Rewrite it.
I don't like lying.
Is that because you're basically honest or because you're basically self-destructive?
It's because I don't like lying. I did it for years with great ease, and it only ever got me into more trouble. So one of the very few promises I made to myself is that I would not lie. Not when it was important. Ron Braun, that man, he was important.
In that case, it was nice working with you.
And the major issue is ownership of the murder weapon. The prosecution will say that it's Eric's and that he attacked and killed an unarmed man with it. We say the knife was Lobdell's and that he came to the house intending to use it. Luckily, Lobdell has a history of weapons violations.
There's something you should know.
Maxine, please.
You should not put Eric on the stand. I think you understand what I mean.
Okay, zip.
What's going on?
Mom knows that Stu is an ethical lawyer, and he cannot knowingly let Eric lie on the stand. And I can't hear this either.
You're gonna lie on the stand?
This is precisely why I did not want you to tell me what happened that night. My question to you is this. Who are you going to be when this is all over?
Where did you meet Jason Lobdell?
Bergen.
Bergen Correctional Institute.
Yeah, I was there for breaking and entering. Jace for armed robbery.
Armed robbery? So he had a gun?
No, a knife. Jace didn't like guns. He said they were too noisy.
Your Honor, permission to show evidence to this witness?
Yes, but please don't give it to him. I don't like his shifty eyes.
Do you recognize this knife?
Maybe it looks like it could be, kind of familiar.
Mr. Thayer, you're currently housed at the Hartford Correctional Institute, is that right?
Yeah, Your Honor.
Yeah, I realize it's a lot better here than there, but if you don't get more succinct with your answers, I'm going to add to your sentence.
All right. Jace had like 20 knives. I think I've seen that one before. I think I've seen him practice throwing with it. Even though it's not a throwing knife.
Thank you. That's it for me. Thanks.
Can you say for certain this weapon belonged to Jason Lobdell?
Not for certain, for certain.
Thank you.
Morning, Judge Gray. Judge Paul. Nancy.
Nancy, we can't talk.
No. Not about the trial or the defendant, so we won't.
Okay.
You know, I've never had a case so closely tied to another judge before. Especially one I respect.
Respect? We don't really know each other.
I've read your judgments. You've left your mark. You've made a difference.
Thank you, Judge Paul.
So I hope we can keep this professional, not second-guess each other. Keep our own counsel after I've made my decision.
You mean not describe you as eccentric to the press if you decide against Eric?
Oh, now that you said that particular name, I gotta go. Ta-ta. What was that?
I think maybe she just told me she thinks Eric is guilty.
Do you solemnly swear and solemnly and sincerely affirm, as the case may be, that the evidence you shall give concerning this case shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God, or upon penalty of perjury?
I do.
Eric, did you kill Jason Lobdell?
Yes.
How?
With that knife.
Why'd you kill him? Did you hate him?
No. I didn't know him except for that afternoon when he tried to kidnap Lauren.
Your Honor.
Just answer the question, Eric.
No. I didn't hate Jason Lobdell.
Then why'd you kill him?
I thought he was going to kill me.
What made you think that?
He told me so. He said he was going to use that knife to cut out my heart.
Jason Lobdell was older than you, stronger, experienced with knives. Why are you sitting here charged with murder instead of him? Tell us what happened.
We struggled for the knife, and I don't know. I twisted and kicked and twisted, and then I had the knife. I showed it to him, but he kept coming. I stepped back and stepped back. I told him, I'll use this, I'll cut you, but he was mad, really mad. I was scared he was going to kill me. He was going to kill me.
So you cut him?
Yes.
But he kept coming?
I cut his arms good. He forced me up against the house. He tried to get the knife back. It was slippery in my hand. He was spraying blood everywhere, so I stabbed him in the chest.
Did that stop him?
No. We both fell down, and when we fell, I pushed the knife in as far as I could. It was crazy, but I thought I could don't pin him to the ground and run away. We were just lying there, and I felt him stop breathing. He stopped breathing. And I knew I didn't have to run.
I'm going to call a 20-minute recess before the cross-examination.
All rise.
Don't do that. It doesn't suit you around anyway.
Is this a speech about being friends?
No, I don't believe in that. Cutting your feelings down, making them smaller. I don't want to be your friend.
Fine.
Given the choice of being your friend or something more, I'm going to choose something more.
No one's giving you a choice.
You are wrong about Judge Gray and Mia. You are so wrong.
I read your face. Both times.
Then you read wrong. Now, I know you're not used to that, so it hits hard. But maybe what's going on here is that you're feeling something strong for me, and it's easier to run than to see it through. But you know, I don't like Dr. Phil, so you can talk this all through with your girlfriends if you want to.
I would, but I have nothing to discuss with them.
No matter what you might think of these other women, you're the only one I take this much crap from. If it weren't for Rebecca, I would never see me again. And if you still think I have a thing for Judge Gray in 6 months, I'll quit my job. Now, what are you willing to do for me?
I want to commend both lawyers. Ms. Lonsdale, you were thorough and fair and very painstaking.
Thank you.
You have an annoying habit of clearing your throat, but maybe that was nerves or an allergy.
Thanks for the tip, Judge Bone.
Mr. Collins, you're clever. Lots of nuance, a musical approach.
Very kind, Your Honor. Thank you.
You have a tendency to be tricky, and your charm won't work on every judge the way it's worked on me. Now, in the matter before me, I thought I was ready to rule on this matter, but then I got a little niggling feeling. You ever get that, Wes? Yeah, there was a very big question in this case that was never asked. It's really rare when both lawyers don't ask the big question. Anybody want to guess what that big question is? No, didn't think so. Unlike a lawyer, I don't have to know the answer to a question before I ask it. I am not competitive. I'm not even a player in this thing. Hell, I am just the referee. There's no way for me to win or to lose. Lucky me. I get to ask the big question. Is this your knife, Eric? Did you wait, knife in hand, intending to take the life of this man?
No, ma'am. He brought the knife. It's not mine.
I'm finding Eric Black non-delinquent of all charges. I find that he acted in self-defense. I will release him to the custody of his foster father, Mr. Sean Potter.
All rise.
Thank you.
My way. Hey.
Oh, I think we're done.
Yep.
Dr. McCarty?
Well, is it bad? You told them the truth, didn't you? So you lied.
I told him the truth.
Then what are you so happy about?
Because we have been found non-culpable in the death of Mr. Ron Braun.
I told you we'd leave it as we found it.
Hi. And thank you.
For what? Fixing the window?
For Eric. And I am sorry for suggesting that you were implying that I shouldn't go to the press if you ruled against Eric.
That's exactly what I was implying. Tell me he's a good boy.
He's such a good boy.
Would you have ruled the same way? I mean, the case is over, you know, Eric won. It's just that I believed him when he told me that the knife wasn't his, but...
Something.
Something.
I don't know anything you don't know.
And you think he may have saved your life? And your daughter's? You like being a judge?
I like it better than sitting in the gallery, that's for sure.
You and I have a lot in common, you know. We're both considered nutty. I mean, the way I see it, we sit here and watch this parade of lunacy, mental deviants, wackos walk past us every day. If you ask me, they're nuts. Not you. Not me. Listen, you ever get to Norwich? Call me. We'll go skeet shooting.
Hey, you know, that thing you do, the critiquing the lawyers? I might start doing that.
Nothing beats ridiculing lawyers. It's very therapeutic. Try it. On me.
Raise your glasses, everyone. Defense lawyer extraordinaire. Because of him, Eric is with us tonight and not eating off a tray at Silver Street. Speed.
All right, well, I'd like to say to you what I like to say to all of my clients, and I mean this from the heart. Friends we are today, and friends we will always be, for I am wise to you and you can see through me.
What does that mean?
Oh, come on.
Yeah, when you think about it, that's remarkably simple.
What do you expect?
Hey, I'm a hero. Thank you. Thank you, Lauren.
Everything I said today was true. All but one thing.
You're the guest of honor. You should be in there celebrating.
I showed him the knife. I tried to scare him away. He tried to take the knife away, and he would have killed me.
And that is precisely what you should have explained to the judge.
I did it.
Yes, I know. You did it for us. And Amy thanks you from the bottom of her heart. But I cannot look at you the same way. I'm sad. And I'm disappointed. You got away with murder. And somehow, all of us are going to have to figure out how to deal with that.
No. All of us don't. Mark got in trouble with his parents today because of me. He told them about us, you know what I mean?
Of course I do.
So, probably the best thing would be for me and Mark to leave. Together.
You mean run away?
They'll be hiring tree planters in Canada soon. If you work hard, you can make a lot of money planting trees.
Well, that's a stupid, romantic adolescent notion.
Then I guess I'm a stupid romantic adolescent.
Eric Black, you get back here right now. Eric, come back here. Come back here.
Coming up next on TNT's Prime Time in the Daytime. Can the detectives connect the dots between two murdered husbands? Find out on Law and Order. Next on TNT.